Afternoon, how we doing? How we all doing? Oh, better get that in. It didn't like my elbow being in the way, did it? You gonna focus today, camera? Yeah, there we are. Rob, you've got to have the dinner on the stream. You need to tell them, Rob. You need to tell them. They've got to get their timings a bit better. You need your lunch between 1 and 2, Rob. Okay, you tell them. Right, who we got in then? I think we had me in first. Then Aaron. Off to do a bit of gaming. Bob's in. Hi, Bob. Cancel the TV license. Yeah, we got Rob Cross. Joe's in. Chris. Nick's in. Breezy Cold Stroud. Yeah, it's been hell of a windy, hasn't it, this week? Ooh. Tim's in. Hi, Tim. Tom and Susie. And Cage Nut Steve from Portchester. James is in. Jay Farley. Just going down through the list. Farm Tech, Kim. How you doing, Kim? H. Neil. And Dave Rhodes. There we are. And Az. How are you, mate? No, we were lucky, actually, Aaron. We didn't get hammered by it. Well, I'd say we personally didn't. Certainly it did affect the area around us, but I haven't gone out and had a look at the tiles yet. I'm dreading that. Yeah, I've got to go out and have a look at the roof tiles, see if we've lost any, but it was hellish here. I'm trying to think what night it was. Yeah, I'm trying to think. It might have been, was it Thursday night? It was really bad. So yeah, I'm assuming that this radio here is still top of the league. The poll is still live, and I have put a link up in the top here, right at the top of the chat, if anyone still hasn't voted yet for which radio they want to see today. Now I'm assuming it's this one because this was like a fair way in front when I did the slide for the stream, so it could still change. So if you haven't voted, then get your votes in now. It might still change. The Sony wasn't too far behind, but to be fair, I did a bit of work on that yesterday, so it's not got far to go, that one. So, 1 foot of snow in Poland, flipping heck. Let's have a quick look at the poll, just see what we're doing. Gotta go to my channel. Got to go to posts. Yeah, still 42%. I mean, we've got 36 votes so far. So you need to go to my channel and posts or community. Visit community or hit on posts, and you'll see this this poll here. So currently we've got 36 votes, and the RT22 is 42% in front. Not in front. It's got 42% of the votes, and 2001D bringing up the rear at 28%. So I can't see that changing. But if you want to still have a go, then you need to come in here and just have a go, have a vote. I'll keep an eye on that. Multi, how are you, mate? 41 centimetres of snow and minus 20, Kim. Flippin' heck. You voted, Rob, have you? Yeah, I think we had a bit of snow at the beginning of the week, didn't we? But I think that was this week. I lose track now. The new fence stayed up though. That's good news. The new fence stayed up. The old fence would have been down probably a few blocks down the road, I expect. So lucky we had it done when we did. Yeah, I don't know what the highest was here, Nick. My weather station is packed up, so I couldn't measure it. Let's keep an eye on the pole. Still 36 volts. Let's just refresh that just in case. I don't know if it auto refresh. Oh, 37 volts. Still got the RT22. 37 volts and counting. I don't know if I can actually close the pole. Can I close the pole? No, strange. I can't close it. When I do a pole on here, I can actually close it, but I can't on this. So it looks like we're going to be doing this one. I can't see it. It's gaining. It doesn't tell me how many people have voted until... Well, it doesn't tell me. Like I say, I thought it would allow me to end the poll, but it doesn't seem to. Oh well. Ben, how are you? Gavin? Hi, Gavin. Ben. I think Scotland didn't get the worst of the winds this time. We had it down in the southwest worst, I believe. $100 of snow. Top. Wow. You give it all to us, Joe. That's why. We didn't want it. We didn't ask for it. Well, I have got a beer today. It's just not going to be happy because I haven't got the finger, but I have got my leftover Christmas beer, which I didn't drink. I forgot all about it, to be honest. And then when I went to tidy the room up, I found it again. This is quite a nice beer, actually. I picked it up on the sort of like bargain counter at Morrison's. Don't know if I'll be able to open it, mind you, but it's even got its own fancy box. Look, let's get the main camera in. Old Master Henlet. Anybody ever tried one of those? Multi? It's a special limited edition, look. It's almost a shame to drink it, really, isn't it? So, Fuggles and First Gold Blend hops, by the sound of it. These tasting notes are crazy, aren't they? How do you know these tasting notes? Orange and citrus with a touch of spice. It's bottle conditions, so it's going to have sediment in the bottom of it, but unlike the one from Martin, we don't shake the sediment up in this one. It says pour carefully to leave it behind on this one. So pour carefully to leave it behind. No, it's a limited edition multi. As I say, it was on the clearance shelf in Morrison's. Never tried it before. It's 7%, so it's pretty meaty stuff. Let's just get you in on the label a minute. Looks like it's Jack Palmer 2025 release. Be careful not to disturb it too much. So it's limited edition. Serve cool. Oh dear. It's not cool. So yeah, nice. A strong bit of kit though. Benji, how you doing, mate? You can't get the box, we've had too many already. You've got one as well, Dave, really? Wow. You'll have to try it, mate, and let me know what you think. So that's what's got to go in today. I've got some standby water on, but let's have it. Shall we use the Christmas beer opener from this year? We'll use the Christmas beer opener from this year, look. Little baby handled one. Ooh. Weira, of course. I'm getting subtle notes of beer on it. Definitely smells of beer. So this is a Moorland brewery. Obviously they do this, the old speckled hen. I think they do vintage. Don't they do a vintage speckled hen? I'm not sure. They do a few different ones, don't they? This is Old Master Hen. Brian, how are you, mate? Sorry I didn't see you dropping in. Derek Cooper as well. They're all dropping in. Good to see you all. Yeah, thanks, Joe. Got to be pretty fancy to come in a box. I'm amazed Dave's managed to get one over there. Oh, yours is in Morrison's as well. The one with the toffee, caramel and malt flavours. Luxardo cherry liqueur. Yeah, that sounds nice, Aaron. I've been looking at some cocktails to make, and that's nice. Beer makes you think of drinking from pewter tankers in the old dungeon Gill in the Lake District. We've got to drink it in a tanker, don't we? Proper pewter. This is knocking on a bit, this glass now. It's starting to get a bit... Needs a bit of a spit and polish, I think. Anyway, cheers everybody. Happy New Year and all that. I think we can still say that. It's got a rich flavour full of citrus fruit notes with a hint of spice, while the blend of malts bring a touch of caramel sweetness to round off this deliciously Moorish ale. Wow, I've only had the foam so far, and that foam was pretty good. Doesn't taste a lot. You're working at a brewery at the moment. Batsman's? Do you mean Bateman's? As? But where's our free samples? As? How can it be? You need to get them on my channel. Say, look, this man drinks beer. Sponsor him. Anyway, as I say, cheers. Let's see if I can get some beer this time instead of look at the foam. Very nice. That's nice. You need to crack it, Dave. You need to crack it, mate. You don't taste nothing like beer, Ben, no. Oh, it's Batsman's, As. Never heard of that. Batsman's. Sounds like a cricketing brewery, doesn't it? Gonna have to have a look at that. Batsman's. It's got Bateman's. Or Batsman Brewing in New Zealand. I can't find it unless that's not spelt. Hang on. Batsman Brew House and Kitchen? Is that it? In Gloucester? Batsman Brewing. I suppose it would be helpful as if I knew whereabouts you were. Oh, it is Bateman's. It is Bateman's. I thought it was Bateman's. Searching for Batsman's. It's Bateman's. Of course it is. Is that you, Az? 150 years. Triple XB. Pale Ale IPA. Ah, that's my sort of thing there. Dark one, I think. Oh, that one. Yellow Belly. Porter, really? Now you took... What a Victory Ale. Now you're in my territory, that. Hooker. I'm not saying anything about that. Victory Ale I've had before, definitely. St. George's Glory, Summer Swallow. 5G Generations. Yeah, definitely had Victory Ale before. 6%. They've got the tasting notes. Look, I mean, I must get to do some tasting, don't I? I think I'm lacking the tasting situation, isn't it? I need more tasting. That's right, it was to celebrate the sports cars, Gavin. Oh, you had your phone doing the audio. No, auto... Yeah, no worries, mate. Afternoon, Derek. How are you, mate? You've had that multi, have you? I've never tried that. Never tried the Porter. I've had the Victory. And I think I've had the Triple XB or whatever it is. But that's about the only two. But this is really nice. It does taste sweet. I wouldn't say there's a lot of citrus fruit in it. Bit spicy maybe, yeah. And sort of caramelly. Yeah, okay, so some of it. I'm sure if I had about another 10 pints of it, I could tell you exactly what's in it. Beer goes down well with electronic engineers. Hey, Christoph, how are you, mate? I do. I don't know what's going on, Bob. I've been doing this live stream now for... How many years I've been live streaming? Got to be 4, at least. And the only people that send me beer are you good people out there. No breweries send me anything to sample, but I'm not a beer tasting channel, am I really, I suppose? But that's a good place to advertise your beer, isn't it? If I like it, then job done. Mrs. Cruncher still not good, Derek. Still not good, mate. Finished a course of antibiotics, but still really bad. Not good. Not good at all. She's been off work all week again. But doesn't seem a lot better at all. Coco, did I tell you about Coco's pool? Did I tell you last week about Coco's pool, or did it happen last week? No, I think it was a week before, wasn't it? Did I tell you about Coco and the cone of shame? He's not well either. Had to go back to the vets this week. He's got he's done something to his claw on his front foot. He'd been chewing it, and it got bad, so they put a cone on him, gave him some antibiotics in there. They didn't work. I took him back in this week, and they said they might have to amputate his toe. I'm hoping not. Not just apparently it doesn't affect him at all having one toe off, but I can tell you now it's likely to affect the bank balance. Well, it's I dread to think what that will cost if we've got to have that done. I really hope not, for his sake and for our sake. Thanks, Joe. Sharpie, how are you, Steve? So yeah, it's not looking good. I know, he's really poorly. Really poorly. Poor old sod. It has started the last couple of days. It's started to turn a corner though, I hope. It's not anywhere near as bad. Well, it is still pretty bad, but it's not as bad as it was, I don't think. Yeah, I should think it'll be well into 4 figures if he's got to have it taken off. I know, Steve. Yeah, it's gonna be well into 4 figures if he's got to have it taken off. Pretty shocking. But he seems to be okay. He's still Coco, you know, still his same mad self. I won't show you the picture. I'm sure that you don't want to see pictures of Coco's toe, do you? I'm sure you don't want to see Coco toe pictures. But it ain't good. Yeah, no doubt, Nick. Speaking to a friend of mine the other day, and their dog swallowed something there to have an operation to remove it, and that was 10 grand. We haven't got insurance. So, yeah. Not good. Welcome back, Rob. Just talking about poor old Coco's toe, Rob. Coco's toe. Right, should we have a look at this radio? I suppose we ought to. We've done the beer. Oh, and I did have something left over from Christmas as well, look. This is Crunch. Always leaves something. A little tiny gingerbread man from one of the light decoration things. One left. Dropped off the lights, so she'll need that one back. In fact, she's left some of the lights up here. What's going on? We've still got lights, look. No, they got to all be down. They should be down by now. We've had enough bad luck as it is. Lost a bulb off that one. Oh, that's gone too. Yeah. Heavy cats insured and got 15 out of them for terminal kidney failure. Flippin' heck. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't work. Yeah, he's having twice a day he's having a foot soak in salted water. But, yeah, so I've had a little play with the settings because the alerts sounds weren't working, but I don't know. I also altered the starting soon the timer because 5 minutes is too long to sit watching a screen, isn't it, with a countdown on it. So I've set that to 2 minutes now, which is a bit better. Gives you time to run to the loo quick. So yeah, I think it's going to be in excess of 3 grand because he's a big dog. You know, he's huge. He's nearly 50 kilos, so it's going to take a bit of knocking out. Anyway, cheers. Happy New Year and all the rest of it. £82 a month. Well, we got two dogs, Bob, and they're both knocking on a bit now. So I expect it'll be crazy. I expect. I don't know how much it is. I've just been trying to get car insurance quotes today because both of those are due for renewal. And because I had a little altercation in mine, I had a little bit of an altercation in mine. It's gone up 400 odd quid this year. Well, no, it's gone up more than that. It's gone up about nearly 600 quid this year, my car insurance. So they can go and take one because I've had a look on to compare the market, and I can get it a lot cheaper. Steve, back again. Penguin's back in the storage locker, Rob. He's gone. Penguin gone, bye-byes. I fixed Pongo's nose, though. Yeah, slight coming together with a very high curb. Very high curb, Sharpie. 9,600. No. Pardon me. About £600 dearer, Joe. But I've got 2 cars insured on it, so they put the insurance up on both of them. It's one of these multi-car insurances. But I've searched individually, so, you know. The repair bill was £2,000. I was surprised because I only really done the wheel and front lower wing. So they had the wheel refinished. So they didn't replace the wheel; they just skimmed it and put a new tyre on. And obviously the front wing had to go in the paint shop. Yeah. So nothing but expense at the moment. Ever since just before Christmas with the fence blowing down. But there you go. As you say, it happens, doesn't it? With an SH in front of that. Yeah, thanks, James. I mean, I looked at the figures. The streams haven't really been overly well received this year. The Christmas ones, the figures haven't gone up. My subscriptions didn't go up much, so I wouldn't say it wasn't worth doing because I enjoy doing them. But from a YouTube point of view, it wasn't really very cost effective. No, as it doesn't. I mean, I've been with the company that I'm with now for about 4 years. I've just had the renewal in for Mrs. Cruncher's car as well, and that's gone up as well. I can knock 200 quid off of that by going somewhere else for a good quality company as well. Mick Mac, how you doing, mate? Well, Aaron, all they've done was skim the wheel and repaired the bumper and painted the wing. You should have. I bet you got a lot of venison in the fridge, though, Tom. You saw the giveaway video on replay. What's replay, James? Or you watched it? Or you replayed it to watch? You didn't see it live. Yeah, I mean it's one of those things. The videos come out every day. A lot of people can't be there at the time. I can only do it when it fits in with whatever I'm doing here. Got to fit in with work and darts and Mrs. Cruncher and everything else. Lisbon dids. Welcome, mate. No finger today. We got Old Master Hen today. Look, dids. How about that? Very nice bit of kit, that. I've just shook up a little bit actually by touching that. I shouldn't have touched that, should I? Anyway, let's crack on. Enough of the doom and gloom. Let's crack on with this little radio that I've got in. And to be fair, it's pretty rough. I thought it was a little bit better than that, but it's not. It's pretty rough. So hopefully we can make something good out of it. I'm sure we can. Let's have a look over it then. Body shops love insurance jobs. Yeah. Hey Paul, how are you, mate? Dids loves the finger. Still winning, Rob, is it? Well, I mean, we're in it now. We're doing it, look. So, what can I say about this? It was down for spares and repairs. It wasn't expensive. It was £20-something plus the postage. So less than 30 quid, we'll say. I can't remember the exact amount now. But some things I didn't notice. We've got a nice straight grill, which is nice. But I don't know if you can notice up here, but we've got some little tiny nicks in the leather cloth here. I normally can do those with a bit of PVA and some tape, so I don't think they'll be overly much of a problem. We've got a weird sort of dirt mark in the front there. I know that showed up quite badly on the pictures. I'm hoping that's not where someone's over cleaned it and taken the colour off. We can put some dye on it if it has. It's the odd splatters of paint, which is normal with all of these old radios. They've got to have paint on them. Up on top, we've still got our station markers, which is quite nice. We've got one button top missing. It is a 3-band radio, so we've got VHF, medium frequency and long frequency. In other words, medium wave and long wave. Handle's intact. A bit of plastic in there is okay, which is good. Now, I'm hoping the aerial's going to be alright. I'm pretty sure it said that the aerial was okay. Oh, he's a bit stiff. But yeah. Aerial is good. That's the good news. Just needs a bit of oiling. Round the back we've got some nice fashionable mould on the back. Might have to just get that off a minute. I don't really want that on my hands. In fact, all of this might be mould as well. If you can see it, you can see it better if I put it out the light. Look. Let's give it a quick wipe over. Literally, I've just taken this out the box this morning, so I'm not taking it out since it arrived. I think it arrived. Did it arrive last week? Yeah, mouldy. Mouldy and dirty. Yeah, it's going to take a bit more than just a wipe to get that off. But I think it should come up alright. Yeah, that's going to take some cleaning, that is. It's going to take some cleaning. But it should come up alright, I think. A bit of muck there. Yeah, it's a bit of paint. Yes, I say I should be able to repair the top with a bit of PVA. Maybe a little bit of black pen in underneath just to make sure it doesn't show through the PVA. So I suggest this has probably been left in a shed or a loft for some time. Sides are dry as a bone. They'll need a bit of oil or something. Yeah, pretty manky. A lot of cleaning to do. Some weird sort of yellow crayon on the back there. Or could be more paint. Maybe someone's painted the walls yellow. I mean, it's not smoky though. Yeah, it's not proper unless it's got paint flecks. Black shoe polish. Cornflakes? You having beer on your cornflakes? Antibiotic. We could give it to Mrs. Cruncher to lick, couldn't we? See if that'll sort her out. Let's see if we can get this in the bottom, in the thing without all the sediment from the bottom. No. We've got some of it left in there. Very nice, sir. So if you can get it, get a bottle of that. Really nice. Okay. Have we got a power socket in the side of this one? No, we haven't. Anything a bit funky smelling in there, but just nothing looks too out of place. Pretty standard for one of these. PP9 terminal. Let's get some power and have a see if it works. I can't remember whether it said it was working or not. I don't really worry too much with these if they're not working. I'll just buy them anyway. There's not usually much that can go wrong. It's famous last words, isn't it? Stuff attached to it all here. Right, what power we got on that? 9 volts, there we go. Okay, fire in the hole. Oh. It sort of fired up and then fizzled out. So you're going to do it again? No, I think it's just dirty switches. So on VHF,
you do see the lichen almost start to overtake it, but that's just generally because the tree is mature and slowing down. And if the lichen does eventually start to overtake the apples, it's just because the apples are coming to the end of their natural or whatever fruit trees they are. You know, they're just running out.
Starker playing Herbstblumen, Autumn Flowers by David Popper, the Czech composer.
Page on Sunday. Kiss, marry, avoid.
And on the benches. And
trauma there caused by a maths teacher and his.
knackered. Oh, that's... Whoa, that doesn't sound good, does it?
People, even if they don't want them. You know, one of them is a thing called Felicia erigeroides, which is a plant from South Africa.
Well, it's all working. badly. But it is working, which is good news. Okay. So we got good transistors. It's probably drawing a little bit more current than it should, but that might be down to the dodgy volume pot. It might be actually on higher than it's sounding. So let's get this nasty thing out of his bed. So just undone the speaker connections. This again is a fairly good beginner's radio. Anyone that's starting out, pretty easy to get apart. Cool, he says. Cool, that was difficult to get out. Just taking the aerial wire off. Aerial wire? Where's it goes? Yeah. Aerial wire. Aerial screw even. Is that positron? Yeah, it is. So you don't need to take these screws out, you just got to loosen them. One there. One over here. Again, you can, as I say, pick these up pretty cheap depending on what condition they're in and who you buy it off of. See if I can push this out. Yeah, here she goes. Ooh, more nastiness. Let's get another wipe ready for all the flesh coming off of it. That's pretty rank. Oh. That's instantly healthier. That's better. Let's give this another wipe out. Stephen Hall, how you doing, mate? Another RT22, yes. Does sound alright, yeah. Yeah, should be. Give it a recap. Place the caps in it. Luckily the poly Vericon nightmare's not happened with this one yet. Alright, let's have a little looky inside and then let's get the old overhead cam in. Cam? Right, okay, autofocus, let's see where we are with the overhead camera. Oh, we are nowhere with the overhead camera. Strange, I tested that earlier. Oh well. Bit close that was, wasn't it? So not much inside these. Interesting if they're not done with ICs, which is good in a way, I suppose. It's all transistorized, although ICs are only packages with loads of transistors in them, aren't they? So it don't really make a lot of difference, but makes them easier to repair. We've got quite a lot of gunk inside here, so it's no wonder it's a bit scratchy. That pot might even have to come apart, but I think we'll try some deoxit in it first, some fader loop. So we've got decent caps in it. Do we or don't we? Do we or don't we change these Phillips caps? I mean, these do tend to be not too bad. So -10 plus 50 is the what's his name on these? The tolerance. So potentially they could be okay, and they might be okay for a number of years still. It depends whether it wants to be kept original or restored, isn't it, really? It does sound pretty good. So the only thing is, it is drawing a bit of current, but then that might be right anyway. I didn't look at the current draw figure, actually. Should have done that, shouldn't I? In the manual. Just doing some more wipe in a minute. Well, I've got the thing off. Yuck. Yeah, what do you think? Bob's saying test. Really, well, what does Chris want to do? Because I think Chris is going to be the new owner of this radio. I'm the owner at the moment. I think we'll do what we usually do. We'll lift some of the legs and have a look to see what the situation is. As Bob says, test and leaving it for okay. So we have a look at the schematic. There is a capacitor, I believe, which is across the power supply. Well, there's a few in there. The C45, C44, maybe not C44. I think C45. I don't know why they don't just draw a line right the way down there, but yeah, C45 is potentially across the positive and negative. That's a positive rail there. I can't see because my microphone's in the way. C44 is on the loudspeaker side, so that one might be okay. Although if it's wrong, it could cause the amp to pull too much current, couldn't it? So we need to check. Basically, the main ones are going to be the ones in the amplifier area. So C45, C44, C40, and C38 are probably our culprits. So 38 to 45. So we're looking at this one, this one, this one, and this one. Which one did I say was across the mains? 45. So that's probably the first one to pull. Straight across positive and negative. Link one under. We've got C33 over there, but that's back in the front end of the radio. C33. There's not many caps in here, is there really? I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, is that it? Yeah, C33 is back on the... Where is that? Is that the AGC or something? Could be. We've got ceramic filter in here, look. Does it say what the current draw is then on the specs? Power output 450 watts. No, it doesn't. It just gives us a quiescent current. 16 milliamps on AM and 19 milliamps. So we're drawing 50 milliamps. So we are drawing a bit more than we should. So it does mean that one of those could be a problem, can it? Gerard, how you doing, mate? Sandra and Ben, thank you. I didn't hear that come up. I don't know if it did or not. I don't know if that went up. When you say restore it, you mean replace the capacitors, Chris? Or make it nice? Worth checking the one following the wiper on the volume control. Yeah, good call, Gerard. Jerry. Oh, it's a ceramic capacitor on that one, is it? Yeah. Yeah, they're both ceramics, aren't they? Yeah, but it's surrounded by ceramics. Chris wants them replaced anyway. Okay. 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 Let's make a start then, shall we? We certainly need to, I think the first thing we'll do is squirt some deoxit in the switches. On the low setting. Ooh. Alright, we've got tops popping off everywhere. Do the other screws. It's interesting that they've got ferrite beads on the transistors. You don't see that very often. See on these here, you've got a little ferrite bead on each of the legs on the transistor. I don't know which leg that is. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Is that the out? I don't think that might be the outputs. I'm not sure, but yeah. It's only on those two. All the rest of those lock fits. I don't know whether that should be touching. I mean, are ferrites conductive? I don't know, but that's definitely touching there. It's not now. Yeah, all the rest of lock fits. It's only those two. I think they are the output pair actually. Can't see what they say because they're too manky. Let's do these caps then. Actually, we'll spray the volume pot as well if I can find the fader luber to pinch that nozzle. Let's give the old volume pot a squirt. 10k log by the looks of it. that right in there. Cool. Christ, me little straws popped off. Where did that go to? That's surprising how far things travel in this room. Let me give it a good flush from all angles. All angles. Hopefully that'll sort it. If it doesn't, it'll probably have to come apart. But we'll leave it in there anyway while we're doing the caps. Oh dear. Right, let's turn some stuff on. Get rid of some of the stuff off the bench. Baz, how you doing, mate? Yeah, it did seem pretty good, Stephen, actually. Just giving it a quick test there now. It was sounding nice. It has got a module on it, look. It's got an FM front end module. So keep the cost down, isn't it? Chuck everything in a module. So the polyvericon's inside that. To be fair, that's probably what saved that polyvericon being inside here, because it can't get any muck in it. It's less susceptible to the atmosphere. Okay, right. So we need to get this ferret out of the way. So I'm just going to lift that off of the grommet so we can get at the capacitor connectors. Let's swing a beer. Let's grab my capacitors, let's get the axials down. That. So the Christmas stuff hasn't quite gone out yet. I've got it all together now. It's all out on the landing, ready to go downstairs for packing. So hopefully, I was going to try and do it this week, but it didn't happen. Too much stuff going on at the moment. Hopefully next week some of it will start going out. Desoldering gun. Give it its New Year rod in. Got a Christmas candle here as well, look at this. Right, we'll do them in order, I think. Get this one out first. We'll do a bit of capacitor bingo as we go. Bingo as we go. So, but I'm mark well, it does. Yeah, I've got a diagram with them on really, but I like to mark them. That's a positive. 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 And there. Just normal radials. Right. What was that first one then? 4.7. 4.7 microfarads. So we'll do these as we go today. Oh, you can't see that, can you? I'm in the way. .7. Yeah, 4.7 at 63 volts. 47. Very, very low on Vichy caps now. And they're not stocking them all now. It's difficult to get the right caps in the right values now. You've got to usually go to 2 different places. And they're all gone up immensely in price, as is the same with everything. 4.7, 63 volts. Are you all guessing away at what that's going to be? Is it good or is it bad? Let's pop the next one out. So that one and there. Was it there? It's there. What's this one? $125. Rob, I don't know how you do that, mate, but it certainly means that my sounds aren't working still, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know why that doesn't work. What I might do is just replace the URL. Shall I do that now? Yes, I will. Let's see if this makes any difference. I'm going to copy a new URL in. Most definitely. How are we doing? 4.7. Let's do it. Let's hit the button. 5. Pretty good. 5.06. We got some 5.3s. 4.9, Steve, potentially. 5.9, Jeer, Dave Hutchman. A good cap. Not worth changing, but we have changed it anyway. So next one up's 100 then. Next one up is 100. Alerts inactive. Why are the alerts inactive? Audio. Ah, I've made them active now. I'm going to studio mode. We'll just change the alerts on all of these. Desktop capture, alerts, properties. Okay. Again, alerts, properties. Okay. Probably exactly the same URL that I'm typing in here, but I want to get it working because I can hear when it drops in. Then right, okay, done. Right, let's grab 100 while you're still having a guess at that one. I haven't got any hundreds left there. You understand? At the 50 volts. Solder those two in a minute. If I can get that one to up on the board. While you're guessing, would help if I turned the soldering iron on. Come on, solder. A lot way away that light. Ah, that's better. I thought I was going blind. I'm a little bit behind with my emails at the moment as well, so if you're waiting on an email response, I've been through and marked them all. I've just got to get in, and can I get that one? I better just leave that one. Let's get this one here out, then I can put the ferrite back in. Where are we? I think it's that one. Let's do this one then. 100. Ready? Chris, did that come up with a sound? I don't know. I didn't hear anything, mate. Flippin' thing. "28 months, Chris. Catch you soon, Steve." Chris. Ready? 119.3. Again, a good cap. That's definitely in spec. We got H. Neil with 120. 117. Gotta be H. Neil. Did it come up with a thing then? Because I say I'm not looking at the screen, unfortunately. Let's get this one out. I didn't hear it doing it. It's quite subtle, the noise that I put on it. I haven't put a loud like ding dong on it or anything like that. Ding dong? $220. A 220 then next. 220. A 220. 220. Thanks, Rob. Let's give that a little wipe. I did heart it, Rob. I did give it a heart, mate. I got enough mods for the time being. So 220. Come on down. How are we doing on the 220? We want to go? Yeah, Rob's not had a go. Let's push this back on while it's flapping about in the breeze. But I'll get this one out while you're guessing. Another wires in the way. A lot of wires in the way. Okay, that one's come up there as well. To make sure we push that one back in. How are we doing on the 220? Everybody had a go? Let's push it. Ooh! Ooh, is that right? Ooh, okay. So, which one was that? Let me have a look. Was that the one that was causing a bit of an excessive current draw? Let's have a little look, see. C4, no, that's C14. Okay. Where's that then? Where is that? Let's see if someone can tell me what that would do to the radio. Okay, well it's up here. It's up here, C14, so it's... Yes. Positive rail to ground. I didn't spot that one, see? Sneaky. Yeah, I bet that's the culprit then. Who got that? Who got that one? It's got to be the one with the highest number. We got Cajun with 334, but that's well over the top. It's got to be Steve, Mr. Cajunat's got the highest number on that one, but still way out. But yeah, it's interesting. Okay, bad cap. 470 then. 470. This is the other one that's across the. Did I say across the mains? Across the mains. Across the positive and negative. Across the mains. Where's the goat? Come on, goat. Yeah. Ah. 470 next. I need my headset on. I can't see these blimmin' things today for some reason. So I'll move that red wire a bit better in. so you can't really see what I'm doing here, can you? I could stick you on the overhead camera. The one zoomed in so far. Oh, further! Get back! We want to go back! Go back, go back, go back, go back! Yeah, there we are, a bit better. See, I'm just moving this wire here. I think this is probably... I don't know if that's supposed to be connected to there or not. I don't know. No. Okay. Right. Gotta get you in a bit closer so you can see what we're doing. Right, what do you think the 470 is going to come out at then? Are you feeling lucky? Let's get this next one out while you're having a guess. So we're there. That one. Yeah. And we're across here, so it looks like it's either the green or the black. Is there anything in there? Is that just the wire? I think that's just the wire. Okay, so I've got to reattach the black wire to that. Let's do the 470 then. Are you ready? Ooh! Whoa, dear, oh dear. Hell. 1116. Whoa, that one is absolutely shot. So we got Dave Hutchman on 689, highest so far. David Hutchman, you got him. You've been watching now and again, Benji. You're back home. Where did you go to, Benji? Yeah, that's a dead one, isn't it? That's a poorly one. And they're both the ones that are across the not across the mains, across the positive and negative rail. Right, let's pull this next one out. Hello, where's my black wire gone? There's a black wire. Oh, there it is. So this one is another 220. Another 220 then. Eyes down looking. Another 220. $220. So the last one was 500 and something, wasn't it? But this one is, I don't think this one's across the mains again. Across the positive and negative this time. Well, it is connected to ground, mind you. connected to the main battery terminal. Okay, 3 to go. Let's do these two next. So we're going to guess the 220. Are we all done on that? Everybody had a go? Yes, it was, Aaron. It was 1118, I believe. So you're pretty comfortable. Some are going high. Some are going high. Let's see. 312, high, but I don't think that one's totally out. Yeah, there shouldn't be any ripple unless someone's used a crappy power supply on it. So 312, who's closest to 312 then? 3 farads. Yeah, we got 299. Is that Benji at 299, or is there anyone closer to 312? I think that's Benji, unless someone's seen something different. I think you got that one, Benji. Okay, let's get these two out down here, one at a time. Looks like that's it there. And it looks like the negative is that pin. Shaky. So this is a 4.7. With a positive on the outside. A 4.7 then. It's a radio cap now. .7. Nice little red one, German, Worth. That's that one. I'll get the other one out while you're still having a guess at the 4.7. Zoom in there. What's this one then? Let's extract it like a tooth. With shaky hands. So we got positive down the bottom there. Are we all done on the 4.7? Let's push the button then. .96. 5.96 are pretty close to 6. .67. Is that Derek Taffman? Or Aaron's close as well? So this next one is also a 4.7. Also a 4.7. So another one. Come on down. Oh, that rain is hammering down here. Wind-driven rain. Love it. So another 4.7. Chuck those back up there now. I don't need those again. Okay, so another 4.7. Oh, how? This one's going to be fun. Interesting. How the hell are we going to get this one out? Underneath the can. No! How did we do it on the other one then? Did we do... I think we took the board out, didn't we? Oh. It's a big old screw, isn't it? Sure, that won't come off. Hell. Ow. Oh, God. I think we did do this on the other one, didn't we? Because I did put the screws back in. I think I've still got to put those screws back in. No, it's posi drive, I'm sure it is. Remind me to put these screws back in on this one. I must put the ones back in the other RT22 before it goes off to its new owner. Did we take the volume pot out as well? I think we probably did. That's holding it. just to get it one cap, which is in the most awkward place possible. And that wire there, that's holding it a little bit, but let's get this area out of the way. This is bugging me. Right, I can get it one now. Did I undo that white one before? I think I did, didn't I? That'll give me a bit more wiggle room. Now we're in there. Now we're in. What a palaver. What a palaver. Lots of other wires holding it, but I should be able to get at both of them now. So that's the first one. That's the second one. Right, 4.7, let's do it. Oh, that one's high. 8.52. Anybody get that? Les, afternoon, mate. 8.52. 5.966. 7.6. I think that's David. Unless that was the previous guest. No, that was the previous guest, David. Aaron's got it at 6, I think. I think Aaron's got it at 6. Now this is a 2.2 then. It's not quite gone there. It is, yeah, it is. It's a positive, it's there. 2.2 then next. Take half the radio apart to get a cap out. A 2.2, 2.2. So that was another bad cap, wasn't it? This is going to be fun to solder. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I don't think we can get you in there. That's not too bad actually. Got a lot worse. Let's get me some more snips. I've lost a little spring out of these. Need some more snips. I think I'd go with the Nipex ones again. Now, I don't think there's any capacitors in that module. I don't think there is. In fact, I hope there isn't. I hope there isn't. I'm going to remember the thingy-big-jigger this time. Do the new grommet there actually. That one looks like he's been a bit chewed up. Do a new grommet as well then. No expense spared. 2.2. How are we doing? Are we all done yet? Give that a little wipe off before I put the thingy back in. You've got a spring kit which would repair the pliers. Oh, you can hear her, Aaron, can you? Yeah. So how are we doing on the 2.2? Is everyone had a go? Giving it a clean while I can get in here. Right, more beer. disconnect that white wire back. With a flux. Turn that off now. Volume pot. Nice and tight. Let's give this a bit of a wipe off. As you can see, it's not the cleanest dial plate on the planet. Can't even put it on the bench because this is so mucky now. Hopefully we should see a reduced current draw, and we shouldn't have all that nasty scratchy that we had before. Let's put on a bit of glue roll. Years of boogers. At least let's make it look a little bit nicer, can't we? I need to get some more scrap Roberts for knob brights and button tops. Seem to have run out, so I'm robbing good sets at the moment to replace them with. Debogeying it. Bogies. Debogeying. I didn't expect those caps to be quite that bad, actually. Surprising. So whether it might have had a bit of extra voltage up it, I don't know. It's not got an external power socket, so normally that's what causes that, but yeah. It's in pretty good nick, this top panel. I don't even think this needs polishing. Spectrum analyzer. What about one of those tiny assays? They're pretty good. Bob, if you just want something that'll do the job without worrying too much about the frequency range and the sensitivity and all the rest of it. Depends what you want it for, I suppose, isn't it? I mean, I've messed about with it for CB radios. It seems to do the job on that. I was tempted to get one like Nick's got. In fact, that was on my Christmas list one year, but I decided to knock it back off again. So I found the little one did enough, you know. Not that I know exactly how it works, of course. I just I know enough to get it to do what I need. Right, let's give that a little buff up. Little buffy. Let's see how we're doing. Still some snot on it, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, a bit there. That's a bit better, isn't it? I think that's a bit of improvement, isn't it? I think we've made some progress. There's a little bit of snot left there, a little tiny bit there. Deboogering. Just got to sit in a little bit further. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Got it. There, that's a nicer face, isn't it? I know we've got a couple of button tops missing, but that's, you know, the least of our worries. Right, I need to find a grommet. Need to find a Wallace and grommet. Now, where's my wall grommet? It's the wall grommet stash. I've got some here. Let's see if any of these are any good. They look a bit big. Too big? Oh, that might be the actual exact one I need. It is. Ideal. Now let's give this a squirt with the best aerial lube known to man, which is WD-40. Works the best on aerials. So what I tend to do is just get a bit of roll, get the old squirter on it, just do each joint. Then give it a rub up and down. Get rid of any dirt on the outside. And then give it a... Oh, absolutely 155% better. So not forgetting the little ball bearing that's in here, so that wants a little squirt. And also in these holes there's a ball bearing. For the rotation. The rotation. There you go. One serviced telescopic. Let's get rid of any excess. Let's put our Wallace and Gromit back in, or new one. But go in, these are horrible things to put in, aren't they? I should have done this before I put the top on, really, but should go in alright. Mustn't forget to clip that on as well. There we are. Let's hook her up, shall we? Cheers, Chris. Let's hook her on up. Let's catch up with the chat a minute. Will I sync this? LM386 is 1970. Yeah, she's got some weird medicine that she's tried, Aaron. It's very peppery. I'm not sure about ammonia and ipecacuanha. You picked up an R200 from a charity shop in Barnstable. Nice. Nice, Les. Today's motto, out with the blue, in with the black. Your radio will be back. I like it, Kim. You'd like something to go lower in frequency. Oh, the tiny SA will do pretty low. It looks good. million. Yeah, Roland Schwartz is amazing stuff. Peking satellite links. Yes, that's a nice bit of kit, Nick, isn't it? Don't forget the screws. I've already done the screws, David. It popped off. It's just here. They do. The glue goes dry, and as you push the buttons, the other ones pop off. That's why they go missing. I did think I had some more button tops in here, but I seem to have got rid of them all now. I did keep the odd spare one on the bench here, but they're like rocking horse poo now, aren't they? I'm sure you could 3D print them quite easily. Spray them silver, as long as you do all four. You can't beat the original aluminium ones, really. No, I don't think I got any there. I don't think I got any there. But yeah, that's just popped off. See, as you push the buttons, push a button, off he pops. But yeah, that was pretty chewed up, that grommet. That was absolutely knackered. I know Roberts did chop the side off of them to allow the plastic bit to go in a bit better, so we might just have to just shave a little bit off of that one so that sits in a bit better. Yeah, we just have to slice a bit off. Give him a shave. Perfect. Look at that, eh? Perfectly shaved. Roberts actually did that. They had to cut a piece off to make the side bit fit in. Right, okay, let's hook her up. Let's hook her up and see what she's going to do. Do we think it's going to work? Do we think it's going to work amazing? Or is it going to be shockingly bad? Do we need to get Lord Snooty involved? Or whatever we call him. Right, so the yellow is the positive. Not that it makes any difference, but these little plastic speakers, you never know. So have we got rid of the scratchy volume pot? And have we sorted out the buttons? Who knows? Certainly the deoxit's had enough time to work its magic there. And have we dropped below our 50 milliamps? Together, let's separate them up. We don't want that shorting out against anything. Fire in the hole. Oh. Yep.
Summer spring collection just got by, just still on the.
My wife always said I never told her she was beautiful enough. But like
so
I said,
20 to 30 milliamps on low volume.
someone told me that
Well,
life
normal
is a
volume.
collection of details you choose to pay attention to. Most of my life has been taken up by my work. But since my work has always been about observing nature, I consider my life's work all about paying attention. This is what I told my students. The world is to be observed.
Featuring classic jazz from the Black Eagle Jazz Band in Boston, introduced by their co-founder, Tom Sankton, and we'll be diving deep into the...
Has broken like
There's no recipe, so they sort of emerge. And I was in
Right.
writing the book.
Let's fire.
I began writing it in 2020. And this was,
The
right after
legendary
George Floyd was killed, or right when George Floyd was killed, and when, in the U.S. there was
Shall
a real
sound up.
revolution in thought.
with
when there were, there was a real
both of
reversal in
Derek's
hierarchies of power.
transmitters.
And I was
Well, I can't
working
find them both.
at a small boarding school on a farm
that's
in the
me
rural
go-to.
countryside where it was a very small community,
One.
and the students at the time were making a serious argument for radical change, and the administration was caught on its heels. And there was this moment where what was deemed good and liberal for so long at this seemingly
that it?
progressive school was suddenly being
Is
seen
that
as
you?
not good enough, and there was this real moment of reckoning.
Yes.
And so the voice, and it mirrored the reckoning, of the liberals in the U.S., where the overlaps between the left and the right were really magnified,
Okay.
highlighting the performances of this liberal political narrative versus
To
actual
104.
redistribution of power.
Yeah.
And I was immersed in this community as a
Yeah,
teacher.
this 104.
And the voices of the man kind of came.
So you might lose
out
some
of
local
trying
radio.
To understand through writing. What was
That's 100% better now, though.
the students were really asking for something.
Right, where's me
Very
9-volt battery? There it is. My phone's just about to dive onto the floor.
a shift in the way students of color and lower income students were
Du-du-du.
decentered essentially at the school. It felt so doable in this small community that really valued community and taking care of society as its central mission. And it was such a
Oh, you got one for long wave, Les. Well done, mate.
and such a
Oh, Rob's back, is
so
he?
much resistance to it. It absolutely ripped the community apart.
Custit. Is that some Irish thing? Custit?
The man emerged as a symbol, really, of this kind of need to evolve.
Mr. Shell Sound.
Or a way of thinking,
I think it was you that
happen, that
gave him the nickname Joe, actually.
the clinging of a certain sort of
He loves it, doesn't he?
people who had long
Right, let's
considered
do...
themselves good and who were being essentially questioned. Their motives, their ethics, their politics, their philosophies were being questioned by people who they thought they were protecting. And so it was this man,
Turn 'em on.
a symbol in a way for what was happening at the time at this small school.
Have any 50-something male professors read the book yet?
I've gotten wonderful feedback from them about this book. I have, you really captured,
Right,
the
let's
sense
plug
of
this into the headphone
when the
socket of
aspects
my
people take great issue with it, but I think ultimately,
thingy jiggery doodad day over there. I've got to get the
also
lead out.
similar
'Cause I chucked
as
that back in
people,
there.
a sense of,
I only put this away yesterday. Look, I should have left it out, shouldn't I?
Sort of the mechanisms of how it functions and how we cling to identity when we feel threatened or when we feel that we are at risk for being exposed. So in some ways, I don't
Right.
say that I identify
In we go.
with them, but in some ways I do. It's like that moment.
Drape this over
where
here somewhere.
you realize that the work that you've been doing might not actually be the thing you thought.
Medium wave. Look at that. Buttons there.
Or it's right.
Right. So we should be able to find the frequency, which I believe is 750. Mind you, I did leave the battery connected to this, so I might not have a battery. Let's push play. Should be there somewhere. I think we've got a battery situation because I forgot to turn the battery off. Nine volts, or not 9 volts, 1.7 volts. Yeah, that ain't going to do a lot, is it? So let's stop that, rewind, because I'm sure you'll want to hear his lordship. Lord Farticule. New battery. Ah, I think we're there. Let's have a listen to see if
This is a show of sound guide for motorists, and we hope you'll find that it makes your touring more interesting. This tour of Christchurch in the New Forest is some 60 miles long, and can be driven comfortably in about 4 hours, with time off for visiting interesting places like Beaulieu Abbey and Butler's Farm. You'll be listening to 4 voices, and those of Lord Montague Jr., Arthur Catman, Deputy Surveyor of the New Forest, Gordon Glover, and mine, George Barker. The first time of the trip begins with Christchurch Priory, and the second with Beaulieu Abbey. Here in the car, we're looking at the south side, and it's less interesting than the north side of Christchurch Priory. And this is the longest parish church in England, 311 feet, and architecturally it's one of the richest. 5 centuries of church buildings are represented here from Norman to Tudor, and its name, literally the Church of Christ, is dramatically derived from a legend of the mysterious long-ago member of the building force, who took neither meals nor pay with his fellows. It was found one night that a roof timber was cut a foot too short, but in the morning it was not only the right length, but in the right place. The workman was never seen again, and surely, said the builders, it was the carpenter of Nazareth. And so the place, once known as Twynham, became Christchurch. You can see the miraculous beam for yourself. It's on the arch at the south side of the ambulatory at the end of the Lady Chapel.
There he
now,
is.
Twynham
Cheers,
means in
Kim.
Old English, between the waters. Those actually are the rivers Stour and Avon. And these two come together in Christchurch Harbour and give shelter
Yeah, if
from
you
the
send
sea
me an
to the
email,
site of Christchurch itself. Its importance in Saxon times was indeed...
if you send me an email, I'll forward it on to Derek for you.
Promontory position. In point of fact,
I
Wessex
know,
was
bizarre.
invaded by the Danes here in the year 790, their first raid ever on English soil, and the Jutes had colonized the Isle of Wight.
Cheers, Kim. Have a good one, mate.
2 centuries earlier.
Martin, how are you doing, mate?
However, a peaceful invasion came
It's an
here
RT22.
in 34 AD. When one
Roberts.
St. Marinus landed with a mission from Rome to convert the resident West Saxons. He succeeded, and Christchurch became a religious centre. How many Saxon churches there were here we just don't know, but we do know that the last one remained
Derek's
standing
here.
until 1094, when Ralph
Right.
Dunbar became dean. He immediately began.
Let's switch over to long wave, and we'll pop the long wave transmitter on. Turn it down a bit, noisy old thing. So much interference in here on long wave. Let's turn that one off. Still loads, but that's a long wave one, look. You can hear it now as I just plugged that battery in. Let's plug it into the speaker port.
And the clear story above was added in 1230. You notice this has got pointed arches, and that's a sure sign that it came later. For nearly 4 centuries, that's from 1150 until Henry dissolved it in 1539, dark-robed Augustinians, the Black Canons, ruled here at Christchurch. Their work is here for all to see. They built the deepest port in England, where they transacted their business with the inhabitants of the town, and set to work to vault the nave aisles and add the clear story. By that time, as you can see, they'd introduced the pointed arch, which they didn't do just because it looked nice, but because it gave them opportunities of letting in
long wave works.
More light. And it's fascinating, by the way, to think that this discovery of the pointed arch actually came from Llanbo's, Durham. The church was intimately connected with Christchurch here. The earliest pointed arch, by the way, is known as Early English. A century later, roughly 1250 to 1350, there was a further change, and the Augustinians, always abreast of the times, were building in what's called the decorated style. It was really a question of more and more light and more room to move about in. But we have to remember that every day the monks were just around their church, so they needed space and light. You'll see how they solved this problem when you look at the choir and the Ladies' Chapel. Meanwhile, they built the Montagues Chapel, the great choir screen, and the Jesse Reredos in a new decorated style. And by the way, when you're looking at the choir screen, don't forget to have a good peep through the arch.
Have a peep.
And then you'll get a really dramatic glimpse of the Jesse Reredos. This is the sublimest example of the period, and it's actually an altarpiece depicting in its central panel the Christmas story with Mary, Joseph, the infant Jesus, the wise men, the ox.
So the altar is telling the story about Helen, who owned the house, or who owns the house, and who's selling it.
The sculpture is in wonderful condition, and the screen is known as a Jesse Reredos because it illustrates the words of the prophet Isaiah. There shall come a rod out of the stem of Jesse. Jesse you will see asleep, flanked upon either side with David and Solomon. Now we come to the last great building period, that of the Perpendicular. Here in the Ladies' Chapel and in the choir we find early examples of it. This period roughly covers 1350 to 1550, and Our Ladies' Chapel in here is 1400. Not quite the walls of glass which were ultimately achieved at King's College in Cambridge, but still by far the lightest part of Christchurch. And I think you will see the point of the word perpendicular when you look at these vertical panels in the windows. There is one must to look out for. You'll find the choir seat upturned, and facing you a fascinating gallery of animals, people and fishes, all exquisitely carved in wood.
The choir
These date
screen.
from the 14th and 15th centuries and are known as misericords. We now come to the 16th century, the age of Henry VIII and his daughters Mary Tudor and Elizabeth. And the disputes of that bitter period are tragically remembered here. The Countess of Salisbury's son was Cardinal Pole, Roman Catholic Archbishop of Canterbury under Mary Tudor. Now Pole had attacked Henry for his divorce, and the king, unable to get at him in Rome, vented his wrath on Pole's mother. The Countess died on Tower Hill at the age of 69, an innocent victim. When ordered to lay her head upon the block, she refused, saying, "So should traitors do. I am none." And she bid him, if he would have her head, to get it as he could, so that he was constrained to fetch it off slovenly. Her chantry is here in the north aisle of the choir. A splendid...
There you are. Sorted. The car is a Ford Capri, Bob. It's actually a Ford Capri Mark 1 if you look closely. In fact, it's virtually identical to the one that I used to have. But I think it's the facelift model with the... it's the facelift model with the bigger headlights. But yeah, a Ford Capri. So as I say, worth looking out for these if you've got a cassette player or an 8-track player. Good fun. Have I got another one there? No, it's Duran Rio. But yeah, the little transmitters are a great way of testing these radios to make sure they work properly. Let's say the frequency's very accurate on it, so you can actually trim your radio using it as well if you want to. So yeah, that's the one I've just been using, the long wave modulator. And the medium wave modulator. So yeah, very cleverly made by Derek. So if you want one of those, you can drop me an email and I'll pass it on to Derek for you. I did say that over Christmas, but I don't think anybody actually asked me, which I thought was a bit strange because they are, unless you've already all got them, I suppose. If you've already got them, then that's fair enough, isn't it? Jerry, how you doing, mate? So really the only things left now on this are the cosmetic things. And that's mainly to do with this outer case, which is a bit ropey. So I need to glue the top, I need to potentially colour that in, PVA it, then stick some tape across it to hold it in place while it goes off. I found PVA is the best stuff for that. Then if necessary you can just put a little tiny bit of gloss black over the top of it to totally hide it, but I've got some paint to remove, got some mould to get off of this somehow, and I don't know whether this is just dirt here or whether this is mould on the back here and the same on the front here. Got the various splashes of paint. The handle needs to come off and be cleaned. And we need to put some oil or wax on the sides. Yeah, I think that's going to come up fine. I think that's going to come up fine. So we've done a few bits to it. We've got a new grommet in the aerial. Switches all cleaned. New caps throughout. Doesn't need an alignment. It's absolutely bang on. Cleaned the dial plate, that's fine, doesn't need polishing, it's not really scratched. Yeah, overall a big success, that one. So there you go, Chris, from what's looked like a really ropey radio when we started, now actually it's quite a nice little radio. Did we do the 2.2? I don't think we did we? It read 3.09, so that I don't think we did do that one, did we? Naughty Graham. Let's get Lord Snooty out. Oh, he says knocking his stuff over. Right, I'm going to quickly nip to the loo. It won't be a sec. Right back. You nearly got your radio finished. You nearly got your radio finished, Jerry. It's here. It's nearly done. It's ready to go back in the case, really. But this radio got the points. This one got the votes. But yeah, I spent the morning yesterday on it. Jerry putting the new LED in it. Putting it all back together. Putting all the shields back on. That's a blimmin' nightmare. That music put you to sleep. Yeah. It's decent elevator music, that. I think, is it Beethoven? I can't remember now. I cannot remember. Yeah, it's Beethoven. I'm not sure which Beethoven it is, but when you gotta go, you gotta go. So these can go in the ultrasonic, the old knobs. They're a bit manky. Lots of snot on those. Got to find 2 button tops. Glue up the case, clean it, or clean it first, then glue it up. Then it's good to go. Incidentally, the serial number on it is 30691. don't like touching it really. Yeah, surprising those caps were so far out, wasn't it? A couple of those that were connected across the mains were... Across the mains, I've said it again, look. Across the... live and neutral. Were absolutely shot to pieces, which is unusual for those Philips ones. So either it's had a hard life or someone's connected something up to it that they shouldn't have, maybe. Don't know. But it's all working good now. JJ, how are you, mate? How's the crusty Sony doing? Which crusty Sony, Martin? Oh, the one with the dodgy tuning cap. Is that the one you mean? Still not found a solution for that. Moonlight Sonata, there you go. Cheers, David. Catch you soon, mate. Perhaps test that peak against some new caps. Yeah, it's still here. I know I need a solution for the tuning gang. If I can get that sorted, then we're there, I reckon. Could be next Christmas giveaway, that one. So yeah, that was the caps. I think there's nothing wrong with the peak, because to be fair, if they'd all been really high, then I'd have said yeah, there's something wrong. But being that they weren't all the same, you know, some of them were really close to their value, I don't think there's anything wrong with the peak. But we could try it against a couple example ones. So what did we have that was wrong? We had a 220, didn't we? And a 470 that were bad. So let's check a couple new ones against the old ones then. So the 470 that was bad. Now this is the one I think that read 1100 and something, wasn't it? So let's see if I can get that out of the glare. Yeah, just under 1100 at 1098. So if we look at a brand new one, $479. Pretty good. And the 220, which one was it? It was 100. Was it this one? Don't think it was this one. No, that was 307. It read 500 and something, didn't it? Could be that one then. It's got to be this one. Yeah, 509. Let's try that against a new one. 220.1, look, how about that? Yeah. Piano Sonata number 14 in C sharp minor. Did I get my Roberts Rambler 2 back working again? Did you not see the streams, Rob? Did you miss them? Those Philips are going in your memory bank, yeah. So yeah, although the Philips are supposed to have a fairly good reputation, it really depends where they are in the circuit. So they were across the positive and negative, so they would have seen probably the most use. They would have been driven the hardest, so they're the ones that are going to go. Go down lower. I'll put that in later. Does the peak do? No, it doesn't do leakage, Buzz. No, it doesn't do leakage. The only one I got that does leakage is the Heathkit. That's right, Rob. I had two Roberts Rambler 2s, if you remember. I had one that came in for repair from Chris, which had the faulty audio IC in it, and the other one I did as a giveaway, which some lucky person is going to be receiving within the next week, I would have thought. Always takes me a little while to get these things out after the Christmas streams. Takes me a while to recover from them. It does. It really does. Takes a lot out of you doing a stream every day. Be nice if I didn't have to work as well, but and the darts. But there you go. I took one for the team. Took one for the team. Well, I think we're going to call that an early night, don't you? I mean, it's unless anyone's got any other questions. Sandra and Ben, I think I did say thank you for the tip. What's coming up next week then, boy? I mean, I think I will get the I think I'll get the 2001D sorted this week. I've pinched the broken antenna out of the one you sent me as well. Yeah, I pinched the broken antenna out of the one that you sent me. Jerry, it is Jerry, isn't it? Yeah. We've got two Jerrys in here now. We've got. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, fingers crossed. Poor old Coco. I mean, Mrs. Cruncher's better than she was, but she's still pretty bad. Hopefully, be back to work. Can you get button caps easily? No, you've got to steal them off another radio, Ben. That's the only way. So I tend to rob Peter to pay Paul, if you know what I mean. So that'll come off of another one of my Roberts radios. And then when I got to get rid of one of those, I'll put a button from another one onto that one, and so on and so on. CF303S, no medium wave, shortwave and tape. Nice. You've checked all the switching on it, Martin, have you? It's highly likely. Has it got one of those long switches in it with the multiple contacts? It's normally those that cause the problems. They cause all sorts of issues, those. Switching's your first point of view. Anybody able to 3D print button caps? I think I should be able to, but I've not set my printer up yet. Cajunut Steve, I believe, is a 3D printing guru. Cheers, Gier. I don't know if I said hello to you, Gier. Apologies if I didn't, mate. Yeah, it's pretty fine, so you'd need a fairly high-res printer. They've got some little quirky. They would be quite difficult to draw, if you know what I mean. If I get one on the overhead camera, I'll show you what I mean. So there's one. As you can see, it's got like a chamfered edge on it. It's slightly dimpled in the middle. It's got a very thin wall around the outside. So you need a pretty good printer to be able to replicate that. It could be done. It's easy enough to do in 3D software, but yeah, you can see there's like a chamfer on that edge. It's rolled over and it's dimpled in the middle. You could print them in silver, Gia. I mean, you can get silver 3D resin or 3D filament, so you could, in theory, print them in silver. I did have some silver here, but I don't think it's in here anymore because my filament printer's knackered. What a lovely bit of kit that was, but unfortunately so unreliable. It is aluminium. Oh, you've got some printers. Oh, there you are. JJ could be your man. They're not too expensive, Bob. PCBWay, and you can actually get them machined as well. They will machine stuff like that. I mean, if you ordered like 10,000 of them, for example, then you could actually make a decent profit off of those. I think you'd have to order in bulk to warrant it. PCBWay did want to sponsor me, but they were a little bit fussy, so I didn't bother in the end. Strange there. They only deal in US dollars or euros now, not Great British pounds, is that right? I have got an account with PCBWay. I do use them quite a bit. Under review. What have I done there then? Oh, Sony 2001D battery door. It looks like I've drawn one of those out. So 10 lut. 10 for 24.89, look. $4 to 5 days. So you'd be basically getting them for £2.50 each, look. I don't know what the postage would be. Trying to think where you do it. CAD file. Open. What am I going to open it with? Notepad? What? Open it? No. No, you need something that'll open an STL file. A step file. Ah, there we are. Can I zoom in on that? So yeah, that was the thing that I'd done to be printed, because I've got a couple radios without these, you see. So, I mean, this was some time ago now, though. So that was 2022, look. CNC and 3D printing. Yes, they do CNC as well, you see. CNC machining. So you could do a picture and they'll machine it out for you. 3D printing, injection molding, sheet metal. I know you need to upload your CAD file for it. So you could do it. Get a quote. I don't know what the different aluminiums are, but aerospace grade, we don't want that. Strain hardening aluminium. Bit of performance. Could do them in stainless steel, look. Titanium. So yeah, you get the gist. You could if you've got someone that's decent at 3D CAD, then you could. Lathe aluminium rod stock. I think Aston did some. Yeah, you replace them with push buttons off the top of pens. Worldwide button cap millionaire, couldn't it? I'm not Slumdog, button cap millionaire. Yeah, I've got 3D CAD program. Probably right, Baz, yeah. Well, people, I'm going to call it a day at that. I hope you've enjoyed that today. It's good to see the old radio working and looking a lot fresher as well. That was pretty nasty, wasn't it, before? But yeah, looking a lot nicer now. Just got to get that case finished. Then that can go in the pile of stuff to send to Chris. Christ, he's got loads of stuff here to send. I'm going to need a lorry to come and pick it up, I think. Anyway, cheers people. Thanks for the super chats and the tips, as always. And don't forget to give it the thumbs up. Got to try and push these videos up a little bit. We've got to pay for cocoa. We've got to pay for cocoa. There's no point earning 50, 60 quid a month. We need thousands for cocoa. Cheers people. I'll catch you next week, if not before. Bye for now.